I know it says 30 seconds left on the ads, but you're all subscribed because, you know. I'm like halfway through my breakfast sandwich. But like once I finish that, we'll get in the game. But hi everyone! Well, we went to a gas station because I was like, I kind of want an energy drink. I'm being assaulted. My senses are being assaulted. Give me like 1 second. I need to like fix this.
Zithel I love cheese streams.
Jules! For 8 months! Welcome back! And Max on a 20 stream streak. Such loyalty. What kind of bird works on a construction site? A crane. But hi! Yeah, I was like, I got all of the stuff that I ordered came in, so I wanted to wear it, and I wanted a reason to go out wearing it. So we were like, hey, what if we get energy drinks? And it was like, well, I could get an energy drink, or I could get an extra large fountain drink cup for 79 cents, and my roommate can get an energy drink for $1 on top of it. So, $2 purchase for a lot of drink. Oh, Polar Pops! Yeah, you get it! I was like crazy. That is like just like flat 79 cents ish. I am in need. Yes, swoons. I think that's supposed to be nerd, but your phone said suffer. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Shannon. Hi, everyone. Let me get the game up while I am still finishing my food, so that way we can have the wonderful, wonderful tones of Outer Wilds soundtrack. Genuinely, one of the best games that I've ever played in my life. And formative on my taste in media, I think. And also, I'm really bad at flying. Well, okay, I was improving. Once I figured out my controls. But also, if you keep hearing thumping, that's my boot hitting my desk. So I'm not used to wearing them, and I wanted to keep them on, because my knee-high socks feel great. They keep my leggies warm. But the most important thing, and I gotta kind of talk quietly about this. I'm gonna get real close into the microphone. I gotta talk kind of quietly about it. My actual binder came in, and it feels great. I'm happy about it. But this is a reminder. I don't know if any of you have seen Graven play Outer Wilds. However, this game has fun in a physics engine, which will be a lot of pitching and yawing inside of a spaceship in space. So the camera will rotate a lot. And I will also rotate a lot as a small space astronaut. This is your forewarning that if you get motion sick, you may want to, and want to stick around, you may want to just listen in on our was it in catpain? The catpain. I'm excited. I'm excited. I like the boots. They make me feel tall. I can stand in the kitchen. I can stand in the kitchen with the boots and I can reach up into the cabinets. I'm not that short by any means, but still. Oh, I love this music. Jump. Climb. You can jump. You can climb. Yeah, I think if I just like... you could hear my boot hit the ground, but I don't want to stomp on the floor too much. I love them. I am like obsessed with them, and you can tell because I want to keep wearing them. It's all the hard to open things up high when I'm cross with him. That's so funny. Why? Why would he do that? Why would he incense you further? You're gonna sleep with them on? Yeah, I'm gonna do the, I'm gonna do the, what is it, the SpongeBob thing? Every time I snore, they just scrunch up. This music. Where? But also Kitty, with a 3-stream streak. Such loyalty. Finally returned to my LEGO Titanic set since just before New Year's. I'm only 3 bags deep. How big is like the model? It's a whole foot long. I don't know, this is like the first set of clothes that I have purchased in like 10 years, since 2016, or even like before then. That's like not just t-shirts, like graphic t-shirts. Almost 4 feet long finish, Jesus. You can take that thing on a roller coaster. That can ride rides! But also, Easter candy was on sale, so I got a big bag of like the snack size Reese's eggs for like $2. And then I got some Rolos for also $2. And then they had buy 2 get 2 free for Gushers. So I had to. So I got like $7. I got 4 boxes of 6-packs of Gushers. And I'm like, I know I'm going to destroy this thing. As soon as I get into it, it's all going to be gone. I have the world's worst sweet tooth. It's not fair. Oh yeah, I've never had Jarita before. Like the soda. In Indies are pretty good. Better than I thought it would be. It's like not incredibly sweet, but still sweet. Time to do Splash Mountain with the LEGO Titanic and hope it doesn't end with an accurate portrayal of the Titanic. I hate Splash Mountain. If I'm gonna be so for real, I don't like the water rides, and maybe that's because I got stuck on one in Disneyland. Oh my god! Solar system blew up. I never noticed it did that on the menu screen. Evil. I was using it as a chair after I unveiled it at Christmas, just the box. Jesus, that's huge. got stuck on not Splash Mountain, but the other one where you're like in an inflatable tube. That ride broke down while we were on it, and it broke down while we were going up the hill, or whatever. So I was like, alright, I guess I'll just sit out in this 100-degree California weather in the middle of the sun and suffer. Pirates always get stuck at the Disney World. Every year I end up in prisoner cells before the ride is over. Went to Disney World when I was maybe 7. My brother made us do Splash Mountain because I was tall enough. That's so funny.
Your light shines
This
far
one
too
needs more
brightly.
light. Look, just because I'm a homebody and don't go outside doesn't mean I need more light. Yo! Look at the streamer! He doesn't have melanin! I'll like go outside and I'll get dark, it's fine. I went to Universal in California, and they put me in the seat next to my brother, who was much bigger than me. Just like in general at the time, I was very small, and the bar did not go down all the way on my lap. So what happened was, when we hit the drop, I started lifting out of my seat. And I was clinging onto that bar as hard as I fucking could. And I was like, whoever thought putting us together for this ride was fucking stupid. And I was cursing them the entire time. And then we did like the 4D Simpsons ride. And I was bored out of my mind, and I got sprayed with water, and I was pissed off the rest of the day. The only cool thing that came out of it was seeing Megatron. But even then, that's a little soured because we went into the Halloween attraction thing that they had there, and I got, like, something brushed against me, and I was already in, like, panic and overstim. That, like, I just fell to the ground and collapsed into myself and just shut down. And they had to, like, escort me out. So, I wouldn't say Universal was the best experience that I've had. My no good, really bad day. And then they had like the tour bus thing or whatever it was. That was fine. Why am I getting a message? I'd die. I was terrified. I was like, I don't know. 14, 15? I don't know. Then I also went to Knott's Berry Farm. I like the thrill rides a lot better. Than I enjoy any of the water rides, and Knott's Berry had a water ride that my siblings really wanted to go on, and I was like, no. Please, I don't want to go on more water rides. I'll just sit this one out. My butt's too big to fit in the seat. Ah, that's me yelling. I've only ever been during November, so they usually have Christmas decor and stuff out by then. I really want to go to Disneyland during Oogie Boogie Bash. Just so I can meet the villains. Because apparently they're like... I was reading that they were cutting back on the villains for Disneyland. And I was just like, but why? Why? I have to see her staring at a photo of Maleficent, touching it gingerly. I want to go to Disney and Sora cosplay. Can you cosplay there? I thought you weren't allowed to cosplay. But you can, like, Disney bound where you're kind of cosplaying. But not really. At least during Oogie you can't? Okay. I would love to go in cosplay. Like 90%, I'm sure I could cosplay as Vanitas. Like Oogie Bash Outlaw's costumes. That's fun. Like 100%, I think you could cosplay as like Vanitas and no one would recognize you because I'm like convinced that he's obscure enough in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. But also, you'd be fucking suffering in all that black. During California, like, heat, quote-unquote. Like, I was like, I'm gonna finish this thing. But instead, I'm not gonna finish this thing. I ate 3/4 of it. I had to do math. I was gonna say 1/3. I'm like, that is not correct. That's not right. I don't know how they treat KH cosplays outside of Oogie, at least the States side. I have no idea. That's something you'd have to ask Trix for, like, Disneyland in particular. I don't know about Disney World. I imagine it's a similar set of rules. But Trix and I will be going in very, very casual cosplays. What is happening? Hold on. Points at the screen. What's happening to the title? I've never seen this happen. Hold on. It's getting crazy. Disney's so expensive. It would be so cool to go to reconnect and go to Disney with everyone. I'm holding your hands. You can it's time to save. It's time to start saving. I really need to start saving money too. I like put money into buying the costume quote unquote, the clothes that I'll be wearing, and that's about it. And now I'm like, I can't spend anything else ever. I'd have to like save right now. Exactly. I'm grabbing everyone's hands. We all have to save our money. It's imperative. Actually, I like that the tree is the only one that's not moving away. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know the title screen did that. There's cons I gotta go to this year. I'm putting my hand on your shoulder. I'm hanging my head. Good luck, soldier. It's so funny. I was gonna be like, jokingly, I was gonna ask Raven if he wanted to like drop by on my birthday stream and hang out for like the smallest bit, and then I realized that he's going to like 2 cons the week of and the week after my birthday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave him alone. Damn, my boot's so loud you can hear me fucking walking around the room. Busy guy. Fun that he's throwing himself at to all of these cons though. Yeah. I'm also hoping that it's helping him out financially. Cause he needs it. I'm glad that he has that avenue. Putting my armlings, my little arm stockings, putting these back on now that I'm done eating. They're red and black and they're so edgy. They kind of look like they got blood splatter on them. So they're edgy and they're cool and I like them. Okay. Taking my feet, waiting for the unconfirmed Minnesota con appearance to be confirmed. This guy is not coming anywhere near me, so I'm taking the opportunity to go visit Trix mostly. For the one in Cali. I don't remember what we were doing last in Outer Wilds. I think we finished, for the most part, most of the things on Brittle Hollow, and if we haven't, we'll have to go back and I'll have to get scared. Get scared! Which, it's probably mostly... The reason I was getting so scared is because I could stand to turn the game down maybe a little more, and I didn't. But they're not... What? What? You didn't turn the monster volume down at all! Yup. Let's put the deck speed on fast. Hopefully now... my shit will not blow out my ears. I'm so excited. I can drive to Iowa for Planet Funk, but I'd love to save the money and not do that. Precisely. Like, if he were coming to bordering states, could I? Yes. Can I afford it now? Not really. I don't make that much money. I'm also kind of marveling at how far the title screen is just getting destroyed. To where I'm kind of like... I kind of want to get up. Just to see how far it will be, like, gone when I get back. Resume expedition. I never knew the title screen do that. This game gives me new wonders every time I open it. Hi, Slade. Who else remember whenever Graben would roast marshmallows? I said this last time. And then he would just, like, move it straight inside, pull it out, and he'd be like, yep, that's a marshmallow. And it was just, like, trying so hard to teach him how to make marshmallows. Mom. So I think this should be... Let's do this first, lest I forget. Everything on Brittle Hollow should be done. Let's go into rumor mode just to check. The Nomai built a shrine on Quantum Moon to aid in the pilgrimage to its 6th location. Remember this final rule. To explore the 6th location, the shrine must be on the moon's north pole. The pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon was a deeply significant journey for the Nomai. After the two groups of Nomai stranded on Ember Twin and Brittle Hollow were reunited, it became their united goal to find and visit the Quantum Moon. So, I know all the answers, but I kind of like exploring the game using the rumor mode to get it afresh. And I've been having fun experiencing it again this way, and I hope that it's been nice for people who like to listen in too. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods landed somewhere on the Hourglass Twins. Meow 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 meow. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods never made it out of the Dark Bramble. A mural of a Nomai vessel encountering a signal. A mural of Dark Bramble ensnaring the Nomai vessel. A mural of 3 escape pods evacuating the Nomai vessel. So yeah, we've done everything so far that can be done in Brittle Hollow, it looks like, until we find something else. The Black Hole Forge for one of them. I think, yeah, we can go to the mines on Timberhearth. Orbital probe cannon. Yeah, and there's plenty of things on Giant's Deep. But there's the harmonica signal that's coming from Timberhearth and also the mines, so we might do this. What if I told you that I may get up anyway because the giant drink that I have is starting to run through me a little bit, as caffeine would. I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. I'm not familiar with Outer Wilds, so everything here is new to me. That's fun. Okay, so have you seen? Were you here when I did the first video? That was Saturday. That was Friday. That was Friday. I don't think you were here. So all we know right now, it's this the handsome fella stream. I don't know. Maybe. Hi, Trix. So all you need to know as it is, I'm a brand new spacefaring astronaut, the hatchling, and all we've figured out is these shards come from the quantum moon. They teleport around places. It's supposed that they exist in all places at once until observed. That's all you need to know about quantum. Important. But like, no, I was over on Graven's side. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then the eye signal locator is our first discovery of the eye of the universe. And the Nomai, as far as we know, have been trying to locate it. So they used this one, which was a primitive state of the Southern Observatory version, which they discovered that this version still doesn't work for locating the eye. So they went on to make the orbital probe cannon, which is firing out a probe, supposedly, to try and find the eye. And for some reason we keep dying after like 20 minutes. It's for some reason the sun blows up and we live. And that's all we know. And we have some of the barest discoveries of the Nomai escaping the Dark Bramble. But that's like the barest bones information that we have so far. So all we're doing is we're taking the pieces on this map and we're following every clue until we can't follow it anymore. But hi, Trix! How was your day? We were yapping about Disneyland. The nice spaceship hum that we have here. Wait, why yapping? I was just saying how I'm excited to go. And I'm excited with the clothes that I'm wearing, because it won't be, like, awful. Oh yeah, reconnect too. Now we have to, like, save money. Starting from now. And KH cosplay, oh yeah. So I said the only other time I would want to go to Disneyland is during Oogie Boogie Bash. Just so I can see more of the villains. Because I know that they don't have the villains unless it's like Oogie Boogie Bash or whatever. But I'm also thinking about Trix suffering and like during Oogie Boogie Bash season. I'm like, do I really want to go then? Bonking my head? What for? What'd I do? Other than opening my, Gushers pack 1 of 4 that I bought. I live for Oogie Boogie Bash season. Good. I want to see the villains touching the like picture frame gingerly that I have on my desk of Maleficent. I have to see her. I've been to see him. He looks a lot like you. I should pause the game in case I have it so time is not paused in there. But I am gonna step downstairs real quick and then be right back. I know I just started. Sadly, Mal isn't a villain in the event, at least not for meet and greet. I hate this. I hate this. Then when can I meet her? What is the point? She's out more frequently in Disneyland though. I need to meet her. What is the point if I don't? But also, regardless, I would love to see any of the villains. I don't expect there to be Oogie, but, you know, I would love to meet Oogie. For no reason in particular. Primming my hair. But no, I will be right back, so instead of like 20 minutes, we'll have an hour. We could go meet King Mickey. We could meet King Mickey! It is the papa. Oh my god. It feels weird to be making plans and doing things. You know this, right? It feels strange. Want to make the KH versions of them is so bad. But yes, like give me like like the 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Yes, hello, hi, waving my hand, hi. I'm putting my stuff on, I'm getting ready, I'm sit down, I'm seated, I'm aware. Explodes! I could do that. You want me to do that? I could go explode right now. Where's my thing? Oh, there it is. There's the hole. I'm so happy. Won't be at PC for a little bit. Are you still at the House of Mouse? Did they still have you trapped at the House of Mouse? Ugh. Not the landing gear. I need the map. Let's go to... I said I was just gonna go on... around Timber Hearth. And just kind of explore Timber Hearth. Haven't eaten yet, but I won't tell you when I join PC. I will find out eventually. Okay. Hello, Texite. Heyo, hatchling! Thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What are you still doing here? Me? I saw something crash over the horizon. Didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look. Is that a dark bramble seed? You think so? It's nothing I've ever seen on Timber Hearth before, so you're probably onto something there. Whatever it is, it put roots down in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. I think I'll see it tomorrow and howl loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to go get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. I don't want to set anybody up here hacking a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Toph can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway, I'm not gonna blindly stick my hands in anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. What? God, this game is so fascinating. Okay. Please, I would love to fly up and climb the very dangerous tree all the way back like nothing happened. Why are you poking me? Knock it off. Keep your arms and hands to yourself. And now we're looking for the mines. I think this is it? Yeah, because there's the Nomai stuff here. Okay. Or maybe not? Oh no, yeah. It's all crookedy. Mining site 2B. So there's a 1A mining site somewhere? Okay. Or 2A? Hello, Eagle Snake! We are doing more Outer Wilds today, following up on some of the Timber Hearth translations. A message from Ueno, starting with, I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Psycad says, Sigid says, isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. From Ueno, no, the material for those towers is all being taken from the Ash Twin. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal one of the chambers. Seal off the chamber inside the Ash Twin's core. Coleus, I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timber Hearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we won't have destroyed their ability to create. Sigurd says, if they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they planned accordingly. Ueno, I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Coleus. Coleus, how else would he improve? How else is his puns getting better? Ash Twin project. Ugh. Hello, Drew! From Yarrow. My gratitude for the latest shipment, Ueno. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. Ueno, this is exciting news. Can I offer any extra set of eyes for this final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. From Yarrow, we'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better. Just the smallest flaw in the opening of the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. Yarrow, once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure that there are no longer any physical entrances. Remy and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks. Our final safety check. You keep falling asleep? Are you cutting back on caffeine? That might happen for a while. This goes up. Is there anything up here? No, but there are things down below, specifically water. At least over here there's water. There's too much here that I can see. Still drinking my beloved Dr. Pepper. Power to you. And I think there's like one more place I could go. One or two that I remember. I don't know if there's anything down there. I've never actually explored, I don't think. Yeah, I get the idea. Oh, that's cute. Yes! Woo! I was hoping this one had just gone off. Woo! I think this is so cool. Coleus. After closer observation, mining Site 2A wouldn't be safe for native life dwelling in some of this cave's pools, so unfortunately we'll have to mine one of the other sites. Sicked. There were a few cave sites that look promising, but what about Site 2B? It shares similar formations and strata. Oh, I know. This sounds promising. Will you and your mentor investigate? If mining Site 2B proves safe for this native species, we'll move our work there. Sicked. Site 2B is safe. Coleus says we'll continue to monitor our activity and its effect on life there. Look, it's us! Oh, I love this. It's so cool. You know, I think what I love about this game is it lets me do, like, cave exploration stuff without the threat of doing cave exploration stuff. Also, all of this crap that's come down from the village up above. I think that's a neat detail that they didn't have to do, but it's here. Damn, I can't refuel. back to our ship. I think there's one more thing. Is it right here? I think it's right here. No, this is Timber Hearth. Despite my checking on them at least 1,000 times over, the images are still not ready to print in the radio tower. Well, it's like they say, a watch satellite never transmits data. That's a little joke for you, Journal. No one says that. Someday, well, I'll have to study the mechanics of how to manage, of how time manages to slow us to a syrupy crawl whenever I'm anticipating something. In the meantime, I've turned to Gabbro, our resident expert in leisurely whiling away the hours, who recommends the following. Gabbro's 3 foolproof steps for dozing off. Light a nice, cozy campfire and get comfortable. Gaze deeply into the serene warmth, and let time begin to slip away as you allow the flames to lull you into a peaceful slumber. Going on a trip to Jefferson Starship? Oh, like right now? That sounds cool. If Gabbro knew I'd taken notes, they'd probably think I'd finally cracked. But I refuse to accept sass from an astronaut who deliberately burns their marshmallows. Well, okay. That's me about Graven. Oh! Cool! And we're recording. It's been 2 days since the launch of the Deep Space Satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Let the record show that on this historic day, Outer Wilds Ventures has... the printing, here they come. Stars above, will you look at that? There's Brittle Isle, and look there, that's Hollow's Lantern, and there's Giant's Deep, and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. Every single astral body in our magnificent solar system looking stunning from every angle in each of these 3 images, and in color no less. Now this is an art. I could stare at these photos forever. Doesn't Timber Hearth look tiny from... Hold on, what is that? That can't be right. I mean, that's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? What's even stranger is it doesn't show up in any of the other photos. Just this one. Well, there must have been an equipment malfunction, I suppose. Only sensible explanation for it. I'll radio Gabbro and ask them to go examine the satellite's lens for defects. Excuse me. I just put going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship with the band Jefferson Starship for when you started flying around. Help. They were in openers, they didn't play too long, but it was fun. They have some great songs, but I don't think they have ever been big on live shows. Oh, okay. Please excuse my sense of humor, it's odd. No, it's okay. I think if I would have known the band, I would have understood. Hold on. Well, there's me. Hey, night, cutie. I have something I want to try. Maybe it'd be best saved to come back for later. Oh, Jesus. You're looking positively swollen today, son. If you've ever heard the song "We Built This City," that's a Jefferson Starship song, it's like the only song that got popular of theirs, at least in, like, my experience. Just because it keeps getting reused. There's one more fucking thing, and I need to find it. I don't want to spend another hour on Timberhearth. Oh, there it is. Oh, what a lovely sun to stare at. Short sweet notes. Property of shirt. I've detected a strange signal coming from somewhere within the grove of this crater. It's very similar to the signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason the two signals are probably related. We don't know much about the quantum moon, seeing as no one's ever been able to land on it, but hopefully studying the signal in the grove will reveal more about it. An X! Sorry, I got really excited. Do you ever deliberately place X's in your artwork? Just because? For no reason in particular? Not usually? Oh, well. The quiet shade in the ancient glade. It's always dark across old bark. In the ancient glade, across old bark, the quiet shade, it's always dark. The sun's fucking blowing up. Should there not be something to read here? It's always dark in the ancient glade, the quiet shade across old bark. In the ancient glade, the quiet shade, it's always dark across old bark. Well, this is an interesting place to have this happen in. Whoa! It looks so cool when it gets dark. Ah, which direction? Hi, Apollo. Raven. Dude, I'm opening Reese's. It's not opening. Ah, there we go. What the hell's that? What could that be? Eat. Food. Yes. Yippee! A seed from Dark Bramble crashed here and has already taken root. Tektite wants to use a scout launcher to get a look of what's inside the seed. My signal scope picks up harmonica and music when I aim it at the seed. I launch my little scout into the seed. Somehow, the seed is much bigger on the inside. Whoa! When I launch my scout into the seed that crashed on Timber Hearth, it ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. I'm feeling a little overstimulated, so I'm here chilling. I hope I can help relax. Then on my mind ore from the site to craft a protective shell designed to physically seal off the central chamber inside the Ash Twin. Once the shell was finished, the Nomai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. The Nomai discovered a species of four-eyed, semi-aquatic life forms in the waterways near the mine.
That's us! That was us!
The central chamber inside the Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. Shirt's research notes on that quantum moon that no Hothian has been able to land on. Oh, mention. There is a strange rock shard in this grove that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. I found a poem written on one of the trees in the grove. So this is DLC stuff. This we will come back to way later. A radio tower designed to receive photos taken by the Deep Space Satellite. There are several photos of the entire solar system hanging on the walls. Onfels noticed something strange in one of the photos, but concluded equipment malfunction was the only sensible explanation. Brip-a-bum. Well, now where do we want to go? I'm really scared about going in the Ash Twins because I have to learn how to speed run. And I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to speed run. What do we want to do? We could go visit Gabbro. We could do Giant's Deep. There's the orbital space cannon. Orbital probe space cannon I want to check out, so. You know what? I remembered I should be doing this before I go there. As in space. I keep yawning. Time to sleep. Hi, Angelica. Thank you for the lurk. Ow. Oh, what did that say? Stop. Probe tracking module. Okay. Launch module. Control module. Ow. Oh! 3 minutes, 35 seconds ago, a request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory, gravity field activated. Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon. Launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module is receiving data from probe. Warning. Orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Orbital probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Control module intact, no structural damage. Launch module viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum space. Probe tracking module missing. If I go eep, that means I have to go to work when I wake up, and I don't want to work. But the earlier you get it done, the earlier it's over. And the earlier you sleep now... Oh god. Well... The earlier you sleep now, and then the more awake you'll feel later. Ovens. Hello, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Mallow. The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging research increases my heart's temperature, my love. Ovens. Cassava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not, under any circumstances, to go above. I see, and I am right to think that, consequently, we'll be ignoring that setting. I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. Given the orbital probe cannon, all of the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. I have bad news, Ovens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon can't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Kasaba. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. My god, sorry. Tell Writhy and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you in Dallas. Writhy left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. Whoa! Oh, cool! Ugh. And then they said the other one was exposed to the vacuum of space. So we can, in theory, just get onto it from outside. Let's refill our jetpack and then do it that way. When I'm thinking about it, I've been thinking about turning an old psychological thriller manuscript I started writing into a text-based or simple 8-bit game in case anyone knows someone. Oh, I do not know anyone who knows how to program, I'm sorry. I should leave my ship here. I realize how dense a gas giant is, so I should probably try and get in there without using my ship, so I don't lose it. That's not the one that's broken. This one's missing. I need to go on the other side. Or not this side? No, I guess this other side is correct then. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Oh, there we are. Oh. Okay. Kasaba is sending the last of the companions. I think we read this already. Okay, we read that before. Imagine, Writhy. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? But not, my marvelous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Okay, and I think that's the only thing we can do in here. I'm not seeing anything else. And this is broken. Donk. Donk donk. Woo! Oh, this planet. Okay. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? No, it's me too. Oh, we're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking it pretty well. Right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. It looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell. Time's getting all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop were played back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing, and replayed my memories like it did, like I'd seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Well, then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of this time loop. So, no glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my lead theory. But if you find out anything new about the statues of the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, what's new with you? Anyway, that's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage, kind of. Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you? Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That would be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, it'll put you in a trance if you stare at him long enough. How's space treating you? What's up with this planet? I know, right? Oh, you meant, like, tell you more about it? I gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current of waves beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. As for land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with that Nomai statue I saw on the beach. You seen these cyclones? Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. The tip? If you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system. Same as you. But I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then less peaceful. Where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. We're about to get flung into space, and you're not holding on to anything. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's where... We're so fucked, we're so fucked, we're so fucked, we're so fucked. Oh my god, get into the ship. And now we just sync with his island. Without being on the ship. Oh, is it gonna happen again? Please, sir. I'm a humble maid. Or is that one just passing us by? It might just be passing by. Awfully close, isn't it, Gabro? What else, what else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Namai statue. Get it? I was on the beach on the Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabriel reaction scale. If you'd like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected, anyway. You'll see. I found something. Nice, nice. What you got for me? I found what happened in the orbital probe cannon. Whoa. That's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop? For real? Did you figure out why? Over-enthusiasm. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slater Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised the Nomai built something they actually broke. Come to think of it, though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. I found something. I found your quantum poem. Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creatures, sculptures that just, like, shows up and scares the daylights out of you. I found something. I found a photo of you inside the old radio tower. Nice. Did I look busy in it? I hope I look busy. Must have been the time Hornfels sent me to check out the deep space satellite. I thought old Spacey might be functioning, but I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. Which is probably how I got a shot at my beautiful, helmeted face, come to think of it. I always thought it was kind of sweet that the best way to find old Spacey is to use a map that's generated by the satellite itself, isn't it? It's like it's inviting us out to visit. Good old deep space satellite. Always making sure we know where we're going. A little spacey. I mean, the satellite's not super old, but it's hardly brand new. Old is more of a term of affection. You're being very literal-minded about this. Old spacey likes visitors, you know. The fastest way to find it is to jump in your ship and use your solar system map to look out on to our faithful satellite friend. Same as you would any astral body. Oh, wait. You sound amazing. Outer Wilds and Outer Worlds too. I recommend Outer Wilds any day of the week. I love this game. Is there something up there? I think there is. Hold on. Wait, I remembered I can't jump up to it. I gotta land in a very awkward position and hope nothing goes wrong. There's nothing up here. That's the island I want to be on. Woo! That's a mighty red sun. Oh, it's blowing up. Okay. Hey, little believe. Everyone fly. Eating my Reese's egg, watching the sun blow up. Is it like the difference in peanut butter to chocolate? Blah, blah, blah. The chocolate distribution that makes the peanut butter eggs just taste so fucking good. I only have them right now because Easter candy is on sale. Look at all this! Oh, man. Guess I should go eat again against my will. I'm putting you to bed. Tucking you in. Go to bed. I hope good night. I hope you get plenty of rest. The broken remains of a Nomai space station in orbit around Giant's Deep. There are 3 access ways branching off one from the central hub area. The orbital probe cannon was created to find the precise location of the eye of the universe. The Nomai pushed the orbital probe cannon above its maximum power setting to create the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. I've been awake for 33 hours? Please, please go sleep. Putting my hand on your shoulders, you have to be Ventus. Go to sleep for 20 years. The Nomai built the orbital probe cannon at a construction yard in Giant's Deep. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Walls of text. At least we have 20 minutes to go through it. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules. The probe tracking module is receiving data from the launched probe. Any Nomai aboard the probe tracking module would be the first to see the coordinates of the eye of the universe. A Nomai computer reports the probe tracking module as missing. I saw the probe tracking module through a Nomai projection pool. It looks like the module is underwater. I could see purple electricity outside the viewport. The launch module is badly damaged, but its projection pool is still intact. A Nomai named Malo argued that it wouldn't matter if the gun's structural integrity was compromised, since they only needed to fire the probe once. A Nomai named Pede countered that they would be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. The control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with the randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. Blah, 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 blah. Gabbro is lounging in a hammock near the island's shore. Gabbro found a Nomai statue on another island. The statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbro saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the time with the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. One of the islands on Giant's Deep has a Nomai statue on the beach, just like the one Gabbro brought back to Timberhearth. Statue Island, as Gabbro calls it, is the one with the 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Blah, 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 blah. Gabbro says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. Blah, 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 blah. Anything else? Anything else? No? I guess we'll be heading back to Giant's Deep in a good few minutes. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take my boots off, and I'm going to let ads run so I don't get ads in the middle of exploring. Does the math. It'd be like at the end of the exploration run if I were to like start right now.
But I don't wanna.
I will be just right back. me! Waving my hand. That's what you think. You think I'm on BRB. But I'm not. I'm not on BRB at all. Oh my god, no way! Yap Yap's a banger? I know! Isn't it the best? I freaking love Yap Yap. Sorry, I'm like... Oh man, destroys all of these Reese's pieces. Pieces. The Reese's Pieces! And he pisses on everything, it's the best. I am making myself all comfy! I got a little blankie. I got a coat. I'm all wrapped up, I'm warm. And to think, just like a few days ago, it was fucking warm outside. I didn't mean to open that. No. Okay. Okay. I didn't decide where we were gonna go. I think we're just going back to Giant's Deep. Also, I'm pretty sure from the navigation map I can set where I want to go. Woo! We almost crashed. Is this Gabbro's island? Gabbro, I'm even fucking looking for you. Oh, this island works. It takes so much concentration to fly on this frickin' planet. Kasaba, this is it. We've finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privé up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. If I know my brother, Alvins, and his spouse will want to launch the probe cannon with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Alvins and Malo a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Evans behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Calling them sappy. They're cute. I like this somber theme. Three minutes, 45 seconds ago. Long-range probe cannon successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. I have bad news, Evans. Yaru says there is a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I've read this. Yes. Is this the game with the motion sensitivity warning? Yes, did I forget to say? No, I just got here. Oh, well, hi! Hi, Kermie! Needs to stop launching us in. I'm going to watch NASA. Okay. I hope you have a good time. Just know I'm doing basically the same thing. Are we done getting flung in the sky? Can I walk off the platform now? All right. And seeing the NASA streaming? I didn't see that. They said no. You won't see NASA. Hanoi, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit before assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Connolly, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any kind of components to sink even partially below the current. I think I've read this before. Yeah, I think I've read this before. So let's go try to find that other island. Not this one. The other island. This one counts, I guess. Trip 4, entry number whatever. Crashes 2, boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Yeah. All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giants Deep. You just got feldsparred. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. I can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Can't wait to tell Hornfels and Ghoson about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. One of the astronaut guys has a candy bracelet? Explain, like in Outer Wilds, or... Okay, one more island. Not this one. The actual people in space right now? Oh, okay. I've explored this one. This is the one I'm looking for. My poor ship. Statue workshop. And I'm about to get flung into fucking space. Here it comes! I think I don't get flung if I'm connected to one of these. Okay, well I do, but I stay on. Oh my god. Sweating. I think we're gonna get flung again, because that sounds really close. Maybe we're good. Mommy. They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Fox says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Fox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Mommy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Fox will let us see it later. Another test later. Brah. Oh, ew. Ew. I closed it too, nodding solemnly. Okay, and this is just a teleport. Return warp is not on right now. Bah. Eats yet another precious Reese's egg. Phlox. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is in closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them back to the Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single nomized memories to his or her own statue until the twin storage unit within Ash Twin. Each statue unit will be equipped with a mask and the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding nomai. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project, Phlox. They look beautiful. Although I do feel as though I am being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Ah! Yes. I get it. Oh, I could have left my ship. Huh? Well, that's all the islands on the surface that we were told about. Like the 4 of them. Everything is leading to the Ash Twins, and I don't want to do them. I'm scared! Oh! Hello, sun. Looking positively red today. Okay. Feldspar headed off to Dark Bramble after reaching the core of Giant Steep. An island of thorny vines and what appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like Feldspar camped here before heading off to Dark Bramble. This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. According to a Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. The Nomai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath the underwater current, which had previously thought was impossible. Feldspar found a way to reach the core of Giant Steep. This island must be where the Nomai created statues like the one in our observatory. I found a Nomai statue lying on the beach. Looks just like the one in our observatory. Nomai statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send those memories to a storage unit within the Ash Twin Project. Each storage unit inside the Ash Twin project was equipped with a mask of the statue's counterpart, which could then send the stored memories back to the corresponding user. The statues were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin project succeeded or in the event that it failed. Every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within Ash Twin. Okay. So we have 2 avenues to proceed with. We either go look for Feldspar, which I don't want to do, or we go to the Ash Twin and the Ember Twin. I think if we want to do this, we have to, like, do it again? Or it's too late in the run to do anything reasonably, I think. Where's Giant Steep? Oh wait, I think I found it. We might be able to go talk to Gabbro and get the resting earlier thing. After we get flung into space, of course. And after the sun blows up, of course. You know, I kind of wish I built a hammock here before we ended up in this time loop. How do you stay calm in this face of repeated impending death? Deep breaths. No, seriously, I meditate. Want me to teach you? Sure, why not? Okay, close your eyes. Dude, perfectly timed. Gimme! It's called time management. I want my gushers to open them. Womp. Womp. go! Wait, I do want to see that. Hold on. Oh, wait! Oh, wait! This shows where the quantum moon is. That's cool. This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It appears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it. Or even better, we should travel there. Given its reluctance to move while occasionally observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. I agree! Our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon so that we can always learn where it is. I found your note, Melloray, but kindly count me among the moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does this moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Hearth as well. Churt's notes. Property of Churt. Clearly, the Nomai were taking astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. Hell, and the astronaut's new astronaut's translator tool would be nice to have handy about now. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it sure would, wouldn't it? The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places among the moon's goes. Nona Burr, I just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. You have keen eyes, my friend. So this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all of the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device? It's also possible there exists a 6th place in this star system to which the Phantom Moon travels. Well, I'll tell you what. I really appreciate that there's no sudden flinging going on this planet. It's already 10 times more bearable. Hello, Chert. Let me refuel my jetpack.
Goodness, it's you. Hello. I take it your first launch went well then. Welcome to the Hourglass Twins. Mine the sand now.
What were you up to?
Hornfels asked me to update our star charts, so I'm out here observing. This is one of the best places in the solar system to spot astronomical events, you know. What's weird is I've actually seen a couple supernovae today. Usually I'd be fortunate to see just one. Keeping an eye on keeping an eye or four on the stars, and maybe you'll just spot one yourself. I found something. I found your notes for the outer rock's main crater. Did you? I hope they were useful. The planet I mentioned may have been frozen solid or just partially made of ice, like a much colder giant's deep. Hard to say. It used to be the 5th planet in our solar system. You'll notice, of course, now there's no such planet there now. In its place is Dark Bramble, which, how to put this, grew into the space the 5th planet used to occupy. That is, Dark Bramble quite literally appeared at the center of the 5th planet and began destroying it from the inside out. Eventually, the planet shattered it completely, and its shards were flung across space. Some of these shards collided with the celestial bodies in our solar system, such as the outer rock, which I believe is how its biggest crater was formed. I have a question for you. I found something. I found Nomai writing about a hidden planet. How fascinating. It might interest you to know that the existence of an additional planet is entirely plausible. If you look at the physics of our solar system, it would just be incredibly far out there, farther than Huthian ships would be able to travel. And honestly, we don't know all that much about what's out there. The farther you go, the less we know. It's well within the realm of possibilities such a planet exists. About the quantum moon. Why did Mickey Mouse go to outer space? He was looking for Pluto! Oh yes, everyone loves a good mystery, don't they? Who wouldn't wonder about a moon that's sometimes there and sometimes not? I'd observed the quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets, but sometimes it quite simply disappears from the sky altogether. Maybe there's another planet that it travels to? Unfortunately, if there is, I've never seen it. Perhaps if I take a closer look at these star charts. Blah 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 blah. Hold on. Hold on. Takes a big sippy. Okay. I found something. Actually, never mind. I have a question for you. How do I know if I've spotted supernova? Supernovae look like extra bright stars to the naked eye, but if you zoom in with your signal scope, you can tell that they're actually enormous explosions. Massive stars go supernova at the end of their lifespans, which is why it's so unusual to see 2 in a single day. I wonder if some of these stars are older than we realized. What are you doing out here? Right now, I'm documenting stars. Hornfels noticed our star charts are a bit out of date, so they asked me to update them. Please don't tell the others I said this, but sometimes I think I'm the only traveler out here interested in doing any science at all. And maybe don't tell the Hornfels either. I think they're pretty deep in denial. Where should I explore? To be honest, I haven't left this lake bed. I don't mean to brag, but I'm really quite good with the little scouts, so I've been taking pictures of everything from right here in this campsite. Have you seen the old shipwreck site on in-between southern hemisphere? The one shooting a bright beam of light into the sky? That's not one of our own crashes, surprisingly enough. This one's an Nomai ship. You'll find Nomai ruins across the Twins, but strangely, not a single settlement. Believe me, if there was one to see, I'd have seen it with my little scout. So where do they live? Not on the surface, clearly. In-between is full of cave systems, though maybe the answer lies underground. How dangerous is that big column of falling sand? On a scale of 1 to dead, I'd give it 7 or 8. Awfully pretty, though. Right now, sand is flowing from the ash twin to amber twin. But did you know the process eventually reverses? We're not completely sure why the sand flows back and forth between the twins, but it seems to be a natural phenomena. Oh, if you'd like to see something interesting, check out the other twin once a little more of the sand drains off. I promise you won't be disappointed. Just saying hi. I've had to dig myself out once or twice. Okay. So it's draining right now? Yes. So what we should do is go to the other planet and see if there's any buildings we can get into. It worked. I don't want to lose my ship. Is this Timber Hearth? I think so. Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Adea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either foil explosively or succeed in explosively. Pi, you know I do not find that funny. How curious, Raimi thinks I'm a gas. And I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Adea. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this, and I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial for you both. I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. That, at least, we can agree on. My keyboard got derezzed today. I'm so sorry. It's too late for me to go through here. See if there's any other buildings. Ow, I can sneak into. Here it comes! What happened to your keyboard? Do you have to get... Are you on mobile? Did you get another one? You had a backup?
It started spamming itself in Draven's chat. Oh my fucking god. I'm surprised Automod didn't, like, kill you.
Here's our first delivery, Yarrow. One warp core fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Root is installing this core's sibling on Brittle Hollow as I sprite this. I wish I could wait here for you two to arrive, but the Forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I'll return with the materials soon. My gratitude, Clary. With this, the Ash Twin project is underway. I confess I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on the Whitehall Station. What started this project? Could I visit sometime and to learn more? I recommend you do. The Whitehall Station is the model for the tower is being built for the Ash Twin project. So a visit to the station would be doubly useful. Yarrow, says, I suppose, more precisely, I would like to visit the Whitehall Station with you, Clary. Yarrow, stop using this scroll wall to flirt with my sister. In romantic matters, her density rivals a neutron star's. And go meet her on the Whitehall Station.
I'd be happy to explain our findings. Oh my god, they're so gay. Or whatever. I'm going to think they're gay. In my mind, all aliens are lesbians. Restarting and unplugging didn't work. I went there already. I should go back the other way. Here it comes! Oh god, actually, here it comes. Holy fuck. I DM'd you a screenshot for later? Okay. Oh my god. So Trix and I are watching Steven Universe again, right? I have the frickin' may or do we stuck in my head. It's so bad. And I don't want to keep saying it. We gotta kill this guy, Steven.
Friends visiting from the Hanging City. We are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin's equator. I became lost on Ember Twin, my gratitude that Raimi found me. But the high energy lab is the building with the large solar panels. I'm surprised I didn't see it. I imagine our otherwise immensely clever Kanai would lose his own head if it weren't automatically possible. Anatomically possible. Okay, whatever that means.
The sun's looking positively red, isn't it?
Scary!
Oh, this one's broken.
Oh, but there is stuff in there. I just have to get here early for that, I think. May or do we...
God, that's a terrifying sight.
And this one goes to Brittle Hollow? Is that it there?
No, that's the quantum moon. Oh. Terrifying. Well, I guess this is how we are spending our last good few minutes on this loop. Eats yet another precious Reese's egg. Oh! Where am I? Ah! Ah! I think I fucked up. I made a mistake. At least I'm safe inside my mind. At least I'm safe inside my mind. Look how quickly I'm progressing. Crazy. My nose. You ever get like a nose itch and it's the worst thing ever? The quantum moon sometimes disappears, possibly to an unknown sixth location. The Nomai on Ember Twin observed a moon that would disappear when no one was watching. A Nomai device created to track the quantum moon's location. The Nomai hypothesized that the quantum moon might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. The quantum moon travels to a total of 5 locations. High Energy Lab. The Ash Twin project was planned at the High Energy Lab, a building with large solar panels on Amber Twin's equator. The Ash Twin Towers. Several large Nomai towers form a ring around the Ash Twin's equator. The Whitehall Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Ash Twin project. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction. The Nomai crafted warp cores at the Black Hole Forge before delivering them to the Ash Twin. Chert has set up their astronomy gear on the North Pole of the Ember Twin. Chert has spotted an unusually high number of supernovae recently. Chert saw a Nomai shipwreck shooting a beam of light into the sky somewhere on Ember Twin's southern hemisphere. Chert thinks the lack of surface ruins means the Nomai must have lived somewhere underground. Ah, cracking my finger. So I guess we'll go to the escape pod. That seems like the next logical course of destination. Whoa! Slow down, man! Yikes! Hey, it's right there. Hey, it's right there. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna do it. Look at that. Perfect flying. I wasn't scared at all. Blah. Ow. Wait, there wasn't like a note or anything near there, was there? No. Okay.
Anona, we need status reports for all systems, but initial things first. Is everyone unharmed? Bruce, our escape pod's passengers are afraid, but physically well, Anona. Everyone survived the crash. This is a relief, at least. You have my gratitude. Burr, were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? I can hear both signals somewhere in this star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. Begin flight log. Escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Now launching escape pod 2. Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high. Verdict inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on planet surface. Meloray. The heat from the star system's sun is more bearable below the surface. When our escape pod punctured this planet's surface, it broke into what scans show is a cave system with much cooler air. I would recommend we seek a site down here to build a long-term shelter, Anona, but these passages are a maze. Even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves to look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings in the walls to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. Be cautious, everyone. And be aware of the sand as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Emergency escape hatch. Keep moving, friends. There is nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. And while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. I believe in me. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Coleus and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we still live through this. Woo! We have found an enormous cabin at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we should construct long-term shelter there. The cabin Meloray found is a wise choice for shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow? This is the start of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there. Of note, we must hurry, as the pathway there is being filled with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand, and make sure no one is lost. Of note, this passage leads to breathable air. Refill your supply tank here. We cannot tell how far or deep these tunnels may wind, but do not linger, as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun. Refill your air quickly? Okay. The path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions ahead closely. Okay. To reach the shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit, then turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations and climb upward through the cavern opening. The sand here is rising, so you must be cautious but swift. Okay, what? Walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit. Yes, forward. I'm so fucking confused. I figured it out. Scared. Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge Mallory and I crafted will do his job, but it isn't strong. Once on the far side, look for the tunnel hidden behind the falling sand. Follow it and you'll reach the shelter site. Okay. You're doing well. It's only a little farther to now. To go down until you reach the shelter site. You can rest here. Hurry before the sand comes. Okay. Woo! Woo! Ah! Ah! Wait, we're fine. Okay. Oh, but the sand is rising. Okay, looking for your little nice looking fella? Well, it's me, but I'm currently screaming and crying. I feel like I fell and I didn't mean to fall. Where does this go? Stepping Stone Cave? We're meeting in the Fossilfish Cave to play the game. If you're too big to climb through the Anglerfish Overlook hole, you'll have to go the long way, but it isn't far. Go to Stepping Stone Cave and then up into the Fossilfish Cave. I tried to get to the Fossilfish through the Stepping Stone Cave, but I couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? Remember to feed the Fossilfish first. If you go to the Anglerfish Overlook and throw a light into its mouth, they'll show you the way. Taggart can't fit through the Anglerfish Overlook hole anymore because she grew bigger. He's taller than Levi now. Who cares? Alex is still the tallest. Are we playing the Fossilfish game tonight? I fed the Fossilfish a new lantern. If you go to Stepping Stone Cave, the entrance to the Fossilfish Cave is easy to see now. Gratitude, Selenum. It's good you're small enough to climb into the hole at the Anglerfish Overlook. I'm still small, though. You won't be for long. Mom and Dad are tall, so you and I will be tall, too. Oop, we were in ads. Oh well. Eye Energy Lab Trailhead, Eye Shrine District, Stepping Stone District, Anglerfish Overlook. Scary! Let's do this, and then we'll probably have to reset. I don't know why everyone says the eye is important. They say it brought us here to the solar system, but is that any good? Dad told me lots of Nomai died when our clan came here. What if the eye wanted that to happen? What if the eye isn't something good? Be welcomed in this place. The shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to the star system, the signal from the eye. We observe the eye's signal in our travels and follow it here to find its source. What we know is this. The source of this signal, which we have chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. If the eye called to us, why won't it reveal itself? Why is it so difficult to relocate it? Did something happen to it? Did the signal stop? Does the eye no longer desire to be found? Perhaps this isn't the eye's choice. The eye might not be able to communicate with us more than it already has. Is the eye natural or artificial? Maybe someone built it. The eye is older than the universe itself. How could something exist before its creator? It could be naturally occurring, but this doesn't answer how the eye could be as old as it is. Did the eye deliberately call out to us by sending the signal, or did we hear the signal by its coincidence? We could be seeing meaning here, where there is none. Suppose the signal was produced incidentally. Does that mean the eye is any less important, though? Perhaps the eye wanted to be found. Could it be sentient? Maybe it chose us. Does the eye desire something from us? Could it need us in some way? Maybe it doesn't have to be us. I think I am on the surface, so I think I am safe, relatively. But I'm already so deep. What is happening on my screen? I was so absorbed. I didn't even see anything happening. Alien theology! Yay! Pause of the game. I told you that you'd find out when I'd return to the PC. It's true. I'm sorry for the crinkling. I have gushers. And I need them. Gushos. Yeah, my gushos. Yum 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 yum. Delicious. Squeak? Oh, I'm sorry. Did that go through? My bad. That was my cut. One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the vessel, which was badly damaged. I found a cave with an anglerfish fossil inside, but the opening is only big enough for my scout. The Nomai learned how to evade I read that one. Nomai children used to play a game in Fossil Fisher Cave. There was a way to get into Fossil Fisher Cave from Stepping Stone Cave. The entrance from Stepping Stone Cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed off light first. The Nomai city built into the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. The Nomai traveled to the solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself, to name the source of this signal the Eye of the Universe. I guess I would go back to Sunless City. Yeah, I guess we would go back to Sunless City. And try and, like, explore everything we can there. For a little bit. Which is gonna be annoying. I kinda don't want to do it right now. And I didn't really plan on streaming today anyway. I was in a really good mood. So I think I might call it here, even. I was just in a really good mood today. I felt really good. Okay. What is that? But anyway. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Did Apollo literally start streaming? We can send you off to follow. Wah. Oh, yeah, doing Power Wash Simulator. Alright, I'll do that. For those of you who stopped by, thank you for joining. I'm going to go chill out and, like, actually get something to eat instead of just snacking on snacks. Thanks for stopping by. Good night, everyone.